row 6 has been completed. We just did single crochets in each single crochet from one side to the other. And I went ahead and I chained the 39 for the beginning of row 7. This is where the real fun of Spiral Hill is going to start for you. There's going to be lots of counting from here on out. And we are going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook. And what I'd like for you to do, since we're already familiar with single crocheting in our chain, I want you to single crochet in each chain all the way over to this last one right here. I'm going to do a few with you, and then I'll let you do it on your own. I'll meet you on the other side. Okay, I've gotten to the other side of my chain, and I'm just gonna do the last couple with you, and we're gonna go into that very last chain. Now, if you lay it down like this, you're gonna think, oh gosh, we're going in the wrong direction. This isn't gonna work. But not to fear, we're gonna turn our bottom piece and we're gonna start working into it like this. So in row 7, after you have completed all of the single crochets into each of your chains, this is a single crochet decrease in the next 2 open single crochet from row 6. So not taking this chain into account, this is the very beginning of your row here. You're going to go in here, and you're going to go in here, and you're going to decrease, just like that. Go ahead and chain 1, and we're going to turn it and start working onto this chain here. We're going to start with a decrease in the first decrease, and then the first single crochet from our chain. Then we are going to go into 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, decrease. Now I want you to do this 4 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, decrease. And one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decreases with 4 single crochets after it. Now the pattern says to decrease 2 times. Then the pattern tells us to slip stitch in 2. And it says leave the remaining unworked. So you can see there are 3 here that we're just not going to do anything with. This is going to actually be the tip of our Spiral Hill. We're going to chain 1. We're going to skip the first slip stitch. Now as we're working on Spiral Hill, going back and forth, you're going to actually be working into these slip stitches. You might want to not make them super duper tight. So you're going to skip this first one. You're going to slip stitch into this one and into the next 2. So we've done actual 3 slip stitches. One here, and one here. We're not going to chain 1, we're just going to start working into the next single crochet, which tells us that in the pattern we're going to go single crochet 3 times and we're going to do a decrease. So 1, 2, 3, and a decrease. 1, 2, 3, and a decrease. 1, 2, 3, decrease. 2, 3, and we need a total of 5. So 1, 2, 3, decrease. Now, once again, we're way up here, we need to be down here. So in order to bridge that gap, we're going to go into the open ones on row 6 and do a decrease. Gonna chain, we're chaining 1 and we're turning to work back into this chain again. We're going to decrease in the first 2 stitches. Single crochet into 11, 1, 5, 10, 11. We're going to go ahead and slip stitch in 2, chain 1, turn your work. All right, now we are on row 11. We're going to skip our first slip stitch again. We're going to slip stitch into the next one, and we're going to slip stitch into the next 2. Once again, we are not going to chain 1. We're just going to start working into the next single crochet. And in the pattern, it calls us to single crochet 9. 1, 2, 3. 7, 8, 9. We're going to go into the last single crochet of row 11, pull up a loop. First open single crochet of round 6. This one is used in the last double crochet, so go into this one and do a decrease. Next, you're going to do a decrease into the next 2 on this row. Chain 1 and turn your work. We're going to decrease. Row 12 tells us that we're also going to then single crochet into 9. Now we are going to slip stitch into 3. That is going to be this slip stitch, and this is why I say don't make them super tight. This slip stitch, that kind of, and this slip stitch, and we're going to chain 1 and turn again. We're starting row 13. 1, 2, so we're going to slip into the first of our 3 slips from the row before and pull that through. And then we're going to slip in the next 2. We're going to single crochet into 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once again, we're going to single crochet decrease into the last one on row 12 and the first of row 6. The first open, I should say. Keep hitting my light. And then one more decrease. We can deal with that in a minute. So we're going to decrease. Single crochet in 7. We're on row 14. 1, 2, and once again, we are going to slip stitch into the last 3. 1, 2, 3. So row 15, we're going to skip the first 2. 1, 2, slip, and I lost it. Skip and slip. Slip in the next 2. Single crochet in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once again, last single crochet. And first single crochet. Slip and slip. Not slip, decrease. All right, we are starting row 16 by decreasing. Single crochet into 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slip stitching into 3. Chain. All right, only 2 more rows. Chain 1. Excuse me. We're going to skip 2. 1, 2. Slip. 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 We're going to single crochet in 3. 2, 3. First, or I should say last. First open. And the last 2. Okay, chain 1, we're on the last row, and that's 18. Decrease. 1, 2, 3. And here, you're just really ending off your row. So I just slip stitched in 2. And if I had remembered to bring my scissors with me, we would clip off with a long end for sewing on. But this is it. We're done. Hope that was fairly painless.